Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down, Mixon, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's third down. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Hopkins' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Jackson now.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Good footwork at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it if you're a quarterback.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the gun, to give to Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
54 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now, Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there, with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson. And Thomas has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Let's go.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
And Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10.
A handoff to Mixon. Down to about the 22 here.
104 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. And I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. He'll have, and I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this.
And it is cold.
And it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 14, and fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7.
They'll set up a throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Second down and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now they try the right side here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second and 4.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Str8 now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check, check. Tighten up, tighten up.
To try again after the sack. Jackson going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
After the sack on first down, Jackson going up top. And this one is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Hey, you got three down. Tackle's a lot. Hey, let's get that home. Ozzy, sit up.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Second and 4. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Here's second and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Touchdown, Washington.
From 3 yards out.
And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will swell by one more.
Washington 38, Ravens nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Middle. Check nickel.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
44 is the mic. 44. Hey, middle. 44 is the mic.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
44.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Slam.
19, Tiger, 19.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a throw here, hauled in.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Watch 18. 18's the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Str8 now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's get off the field. 44's the mic. 44. Check. Come on.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Washington 45, Ravens nothing.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a...
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Now they run with Mixon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
Pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Don't be scared of it.
29.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. We're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.